Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's budgeting video. It's been quite a long time since I've made a budgeting video and shared it with you guys, and this one's going to be different because I'm in a very different life situation than I was since I went like kind of AWOL on my channel. If you want to know some of the details of what happened, I did make a video, a little plan with me voiceover video where I talked about some of the stuff that's been going on with me since I've been absent. So if you want to know that stuff, I recommend you go watch that first and then come back to this one. But yeah, spoiler, I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed since April. I got laid off from my job, so it wasn't exactly by choice. However, the circumstances kind of worked out for me. And like after doing the math and stuff, it just kind of was like, I have enough savings to not work and to bust out the rest of my bachelor's degree in 1 year. And so that's a path that I've gone with. And so I am budgeting on living on my savings. And as such, I've really had to like cut back on spending, become more aware of like how my ADHD makes me want to like buy things that I don't need. So I've been really good at like not doing like purchases, like I'm not at craft stores anymore. I'm not like buying things on Amazon here and there to like do little home improvements. Like I'm just like I am very much like on my I think Dave Ramsey calls it like the four walls. Pretty much as you'll see, because I have to go through my November spending and document that. That's what I'm going to be doing with you guys. But yeah, as you'll see, I'm pretty much just spending all my money on like housing, food, and like transportation. I do have some subscriptions still, which I know I'll get judgment for, but you know, in between like being in class and like doing assignments and like cleaning and cooking and stuff, like no, like I do need a little entertainment here and there. So yeah, please don't be too harsh on me again. Like I'm sharing this and putting myself on the line because like there's a ton of different ways that you could approach going on your financial journey, but you have to remember like everyone's unique, everyone's situation is unique, and this is my unique path that I'm taking and that I'm choosing to share with you guys. So hopefully it's a judgment-free zone here as I dive into my unemployment spending. Well, unemployed spending since I haven't been able to collect unemployment and I haven't been. So enough rambling. Let's go back to November, which I very conveniently paper clipped so that I wouldn't forget it. And so what I've been doing is tracking my spending on the calendar, right? And then I go back, I add it in like a list format, and I will like take the like dollar value that's from my savings and just calculate it just to make sure that the money that's still in my savings account matches and that there's no missing money. I'm not going to share like my savings account number with you guys because I don't know, like it just feels a little too much. I've also like done some changes and like how I track my spending with the idea that like I was going to be sharing my budget again. So like I'm not going to be super particular about like the places I've been shopping. Like I'm not being like, oh, I'm going to this specific gas station or I'm going to this specific food store. There's also like some spending that I don't have to do regularly. I'm very grateful that like my partner takes care of those things as like part of our like financial agreement. So like things that you won't see a lot on here are like groceries. Like occasionally we'll like split a bill, or if there's something that I really want, I will go out to get it. Like healthy snacks at Aldi and stuff that only I eat. But like I said, like I'm very much in the like four walls mindset. Basically, everything is transportation, so like car gas. Again, like I do have a couple subscriptions, but I need my entertainment. Like I need my music. My music is like my therapy. I need that. Um, again, therapy. I am lucky to have like health insurance or the opportunity to have health insurance through my school. So like I did have to like pay for it, but it's actually a really good plan that I technically got at a discounted price. So I have decently decent insurance. I mean, not all insurance in America is great. But I have health insurance still. Like I still need to get my prescription. I still have my phone bill, but I actually did call and cancel my tablet line. So my phone bill going forward is going to be a lot cheaper. Thank God. I also canceled my Amazon Prime subscription too because I wasn't using it because I'm not buying stuff on Amazon and I don't watch stuff on Amazon. I found I just don't like the service. So that got canceled too. But I mean, there's certain things that I can't cancel, like my prescriptions, my cat's food prescription, because he's got dietary restrictions, so he has to get a specific food or else he'll get sick and die. So I basically like have cut out a lot of the stuff that I just genuinely don't need, and I'm hoping it's a habit that I can continue, like even when I finish my degree and like go into the workforce and will hopefully have a job that makes me a lot more money than my old job, which is kind of the whole idea of me like taking this gamble of like using my savings to go back to school. I'm hoping there'll be like a good return on investment for that. So let's, I need to draw lines to divide these. So I need a ruler. I have two over here. They're both clear, so they probably won't show up good on camera. I like this ruler a lot. I got this at the Muji store, and it's got hair on it. It's metric only, so for me to actually use this to measure stuff is like rare. I just like to use it to draw lines. I have a meridian. Yeah. Being on like a low slash no buy is gonna be really good, I think, because one of my guilty things was craft stores. And even though I wasn't always spending like tons of money there, I was still like getting things I didn't necessarily need, like pens. This pen might need to be warmed up. It's a bit chilly here, but not very snowy. It's been a fairly not very snowy winter here so far. I'm personally disappointed, but I'm sure some people are happy about it. It's like one of the things that keeps me wanting to stay in New England is the change of seasons that happens. Like we do get 4 seasons, and if I can't get my snow anymore, like I feel like it's not going to be worth staying here. It's just too damn expensive. Okay. So the pen struggled, but that's okay. We all struggle sometimes. So, basically, hold on. Let's undo this. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just using up stickers that I had. Try not to buy new stickers, so It's been a little bit of a different strat every time, but generally, like, I'm mostly just gonna write the date of the purchase, the name of the purchase, and what I spent on it. Is basically, I'm just copying that over from my calendar here. So, we started the month off with a very busy Saturday. Let's see, how my Spotify. Then I did food for two and grocery. I must have gone somewhere to like get a drink, food for two. That makes sense to me. I probably went to a coffee shop where I had like points or something, if I had to guess. Again, like I'm not like naming everything explicitly anymore because like, I don't know, privacy? Um, and then, yeah, a little more food and therapy and prescription. And that was all on the 7th. November is interesting because everything is kind of clustered for the most part. I think it's interesting to do it on this calendar first, just because it's like you can kind of see if there's like trigger days, like if you're a person who does like emotional spending and you find yourself always spending like on the weekend or like on a Friday when you get out of work or something, like it's really good like as a cue to like help you like indicate and keep track of that. So I kind of like that you have like a visual and then I get to list it as well. So as like weird as it is to have the same information in two spots, it's still really beneficial for my brain, or at least I perceive it that way. The therapy for 162, yeah, because I got billed very strangely. Yeah, so it's a kind of a weird thing. If you didn't know about like health insurance, if you have two plans, you have to let both of them know, and then there's like a process for them to figure out like which one is the primary. And so, because they want to fight over like who wants to pay the least, obviously. So I got some really strange like billing going on with that for a while, but it's sorted out. Thank thank the Lord, because if I had to pay that much for therapy every week, I wouldn't be going anymore. I've been doing it for like a year. I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at now. Um, oh yeah, new health insurance. All my prescriptions are $20 flat, which is interesting. Home. I did home use spending, meaning that I spent money on like home items. So it was probably like toilet paper and cleaners and stuff that I actually needed. And gas and more therapy. And again, all on the same day, the 14th. So it's a 42. And gas is 25. Therapy, 57. And then that was my Amazon Prime subscription. On the 19th for 8, and that's the student discount price, and even that for me, I'm just like, it's not worth paying $8 a month. That will that will benefit me later. I'd like to keep that $8 a month, please. Yeah, and then my phone bill and therapy on the 21st. I have two on the 21st. Then I have cell phone and therapy. Cell phone was 58 and therapy 49. And then the next day was that was a psychiatrist visit. Copay was $20. And then the next day, 23, we have 2 spends, cat food and RX. That's kind of the tricky thing about where I'm at, though, is that, like, I have a psychiatrist, I have a psychologist, and obviously I still have my primary care physician, but all of my meds are being prescribed through the psychiatrist because my psychologist is not a psychiatrist, even though when I started therapy, I wanted med management. Yeah. We love for-profit healthcare in America, don't we? Gas on the 26th. $4.26. And then, oh, this is another thing that kind of annoyed me. My Adobe Creative Cloud subscription price went from $30 to $35 a month, and that's also with the student discount. So that's kind of annoying. And I've been using Premiere Pro for like a decade at this point. So it's going to take a lot for me to like investigate, research like other editing softwares and see if I want to deviate and cancel Adobe and go into something else, because I use like half of the Adobe suite at this point. Like even when I make stickers for myself, I use Illustrator, which is probably way over the top, but it's what I know. It's what I know. It's hard to like get out of your ways when you're comfortable with something for such a long time. That was what, 27th I got bills for $35. And that was it. I mean, I forgot to put rent in here. That was really dumb of me. I was looking at it and I'm like, something seems weird. The end of the month always has something. Yeah, has rent. My rent, I usually pay it like 2 days before. So, whatever. I'll just say 29. And my portion right now is $8.64 because I also forgot to put this in. Because my portion of the rent would normally be $9.85. But my partner wanted to buy a computer that I financed on my Best Buy card, and so it's a net zero either way, but I take the payment for that, which means I pay less on the rent for now. So in a couple months, my rent portion will go up, even though my rent hasn't actually gone up. I keep over-explaining in this, and I think it's just because it's been so long, and I get nervous in front of the camera. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it just makes sense to you guys again. I have that fear of being judged, but I do enjoy making these videos, which is why like I keep coming back to it eventually. I gotta stop letting like my social anxiety affect me and like limit me from doing the things I want to do. I went back because missing rent, and I mean, do I have to have this green? I'm also missing my damn car insurance. Right, because that's going to make a difference when I go to double check when I do the math on this off camera. Right, I didn't miss anything else. See, the regular stuff is so regular to me that It's like so far out of my head that I'm just like very much just like, don't buy things, don't buy things. Like that's what I'm anal about right now. Is like the fine personal spending. I mean, yeah, okay. We'll go back and double check compared to October. That one. Forgot to put that guy in there too. Caught slacking. I guess November was just an off month because December I've been a lot better. So that will be finished very soon, and then I can share December, which hopefully that video goes better because it's actually been prepared this whole time. Yeah, I put on the 15th, right? I am so sorry. That was kind of a mess. Hopefully, I can kind of salvage it in editing. Um, I'm still gonna post it, um, because I think that it's an experience worth sharing, even if it only helps one person. Even if it helps you feel better about yourself, for having, disorganized thinking processes and slightly disorganized planners. It's life is a journey. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. And I think it'd be pretty easy for me in my situation right now to like feel sorry for myself and feel like I've been set back. But I'm trying to be optimistic and just be like, no, this is what I was given to work with, and I'm doing my best, okay? And I'm proud of myself. And if you're doing your best, I'm proud of you too. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching, and I'm proud of you. And I really appreciate you and wish you the best of luck on your financial journey. And I hope to see you again in another video. Peace out.